my channel. So this year, very similar to last year, I plan to make a Christmas dress, and I got to thinking, because I haven't really broke down my process yet, gone over what exactly I'm using for this project. I have a general list of different elements I want to include, and so I decided to add a new element which I think is going to turn this project around and make it something super unique, and that is using an AI generator to create an image based off a prompt of all the fabrics that I have, and then from there I'm going to try to compile all these fabrics to create a similar look to the image that the AI generator generates. Okay guys, so using our primary fabrics, I'm going to go ahead and put some prompts into the WhatsApp Imagine feature, and I'm going to try to do the best I physically can to explain what kind of fabrics these are so that the AI will actually respond the way I want it to. But anyway, let's go ahead and try to mess around with some of the prompts, see if we can find a ball gown that is actually feasible to make, and then from there we will go ahead and decide our final dress design, and then actually start piecing this project together. This year I'm hoping to do something different with this ball gown. A lot of my dresses feature the same core elements of a separate bodice and skirt. Usually I will have some form of side drapes, but overall they all tend to have the same simple theme. This year I am making it a goal to improve my professionalism in the seams. I'm improving my general appearance, and also want to incorporate a lot more draping techniques. So that being said, let's go ahead, hop on AI Imagine via WhatsApp, and then from there we will break down the prompt. Okay guys, so I am on Imagine right now, and I have gone ahead and typed in the general prompts. Now the fabric I'm looking at is what I showed you just a second ago, and it is that white gold snowflake fabric. I'm also using the red swirl fabric. I have poinsettia lace, and then I also have a really pretty checked brocade. I'm hoping to combine all of these together, so let's go ahead and type this in, and then from there we will see what they give us. Okay guys, now that we have generated a heck of a lot of images, I'm going to go ahead and ruffle through a bunch of them, show you the elements that I like, dislike, and then from there we're going to go ahead and lay all our fabric out, see how much fabric we can actually accumulate to recreate whatever this image is. And then from there, we're going to go ahead and start finding some patterns that will replicate the ball gown that we intend to use. So that being said, let's go ahead and go back to AI Imagine and see what the plan is. Okay guys, so this definitely was a learning curve for me in this video. These first couple prompt responses that I got just were not fitting the bill as far as what materials I actually had. If you see, I edited a couple. Now, the more and more I messed around with AI Imagine, the more I liked how the results went, and I started seeing sleeves that I liked. I liked the bodice. It kind of started being very stationary, and finally, we started seeing these red core bodice pieces that I really, really liked. But all of them were a little too complex for the project I wanted to accomplish, but I think I finally found something that I'm ready to use. Okay guys, now that we have our prompt, we're gonna head downstairs into the basement. Yeah, I know, I've branched out. I have a lot more room now than a dorm room. And we're gonna go ahead and lay our fabric out and see if we have enough for the patterns we're using. Okay guys, so here's our final design. It features a white center bodice with gold filigree, red sequin sides. In this case, I'm gonna replace the sequins with poinsettias. And then it'll have a slightly intricate sleeve, which features red caps on top of a very intricate white puffy sleeve. And then for the skirt, it's relatively simple. It has the white satin center, and then on the side drapes, it's got some red sequin details. Now, I'm going to interpolate and mess around with this a little bit, but now let's go ahead and look at the fabrics. Hey guys, for the main body of the skirt, we are using this snowflake fabric. For the details on the bodice, like I typed into the prompt, we are using this poinsettia lace, and we are stacking it on top of this really pretty checked jacquard. And then for the skirt, we are using this really pretty red swirl fabric. And then finally, for the sleeves, we have this leftover material from last year's holiday dress. For the neckline details, we have this really pretty trim. And then finally, for any of the gold details, we have this tree skirt that I recently thrifted. I'm now going to show you the 3 different patterns I plan on using to recreate this look. So first and foremost, we are using the skirt from this dress and potentially this side drape flare thing. I don't know exactly what it's called. I know there's something technical, but we'll figure that out eventually. Secondly, for the bodice, we are using this McCall's pattern. And we're hopefully going to use the sleeves from that pattern as well. And then if all else fails, we're going to go ahead and use the sleeves from this pattern by Simplicity. Good morning, everyone. The piles of the different parts of the Christmas dress are on the bed behind me, and we're going to go ahead and start out by working on the skirt. So the skirt I broke down into 3 pieces. So we have the body of the skirt, we have the large side drapes, and then we have the small side drapes. But we're going to go ahead and start by working on putting together the small side drapes because there's a lot of piecework in it. And once those are done, I'm going to go ahead and start working on the larger ones, and then we'll finish with the skirt. Okay guys, so here are the panels laid out, and this is a pretty large side drape, but this is the upper one. And now I'm going to go ahead and sew all this piecework together, and then there's a couple of these, like this one, and this one, that all need the ruffles sewn at the bottom. So I'm going to go ahead and put this together, and I will meet you back once we're done. Okay guys, so here are the finished side drapes. I have them on the raw edges so you don't actually see the designs, but I've gone ahead and lined them up with a waistband that fits my waist measurements, and my plan is to go ahead and gather this along the waistband like so. This feature matches the original AI prompt, and then I'm going to go ahead and add a secondary side drape out of this red checked fabric with the same gold motif. So I'm going to go ahead and start working on this portion now, and then I'm going to go ahead and attach that to the waistband as well. Like I said prior, I will meet you back once we're done, and then the final thing to complete the skirt is to sew the gold fabric together. Okay guys, I've gone ahead and gotten one of the sides done, and now I just need to trim the edges, and I'm doing that with this red velvet, and I'm gonna ruffle it a little bit along the bottom. Now all I have left to do for this portion is sew that to that and repeat the same steps with the ruffle, and we will be done with the secondary side drapes. Our top and bottom skirt added together. They haven't been sewn together yet, but now I'm going to go ahead and gather this panel onto the red, repeat on the other side, and then gather it into a waistband. But before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and sew the white skirt, which is the main body of the skirt, together. Okay guys, so I've gone ahead and finished sewing the skirt together, and now all I have to do is attach the waistband and sew up the sides. So this is the white underskirt completed. It's got a little bit of a train in the back, but that's the best that I got with the waistband. And now I'm going to go ahead and work on the side drapes next by adding a waistband to them. Everybody, we have gone ahead and gotten the skirt, the side drape number 1 and the side drape number 2 completed, and now let's go ahead and move on to the bodice. Okay everyone, so here is a really messy layout of the bodice, but I'm going to go ahead and attach these 2 pieces of lace to the center bodice, do the trim up, and then from there it'll look a lot less messy and will reflect the AI prompt. So let's go ahead and get started. Hey guys, another day continuing this project, and I'm gonna go ahead while I have the time, since also I have the makeup for Merida on. If you're wondering why I have some very bold eyebrows, yeah, because I was filming Merida a little while ago. But anyway, back to what I was saying, I'm gonna go ahead and while I have the time, sew the lining together and then finish up with the rest of the bodice. But here's the bad boy right now. It looks gorgeous. It makes me very happy right now. I'm so excited. But anyway, yeah, these are the lining pieces. Let's go ahead and sew them together. Hey guys, so here's our finished bodice for the most part. Now I just need to attach the lining and attach the eyelet closure in the back. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and I will meet you back once we're done. I've gone ahead and hammered in our eyelets, and now I'm going to go ahead and attach them to the back of the bodice. Okay guys, the last thing I need to do to complete the bodice now that the eyelet tabs are attached is to sew a trim around the base of the bodice. Once that's done, we move on to the final part of this project, which is the sleeves. Okay guys, here is what our sleeve looks like. So we have the top portion of the sleeve, the top cuff, the middle cuff, the lower portion of the sleeve, and then the base cuff. And now I'm going to go ahead and attach all of these together. And then once that's done, we will move on to the second to last portion, which is the top cuffs. Okay guys, so we have the basic generic sleeve down, and now let's go ahead and add that final red cuff. Hey guys, so sleeve update. Unfortunately, the red cuffs didn't turn out the way I planned, so we're going to go ahead and leave them out of this project. So it's just going to be the white sleeve with the multitude of layers. And now that we have finished both sleeves, I'm going to attach them to the bodice, and then we will have completed this project. Well guys, thank you so much for watching. We have officially finished the dress, and now we're going to go ahead and show you the final result. If you enjoyed, please like, subscribe, or share. Have a great rest of your day, and happy holidays. Bye-bye.